Good morning, student. Today we will discuss about children and women in sports. Motor development. Motor development means development of child bones and muscles and his ability to move around and manipulate in the environments. Motor development, it is a progressive change in movement throughout the life. Each and every development in a child is a motor development. Motor development brings perfection in actions and graceful movement. Motor development, it is of two types, gross motor development and fine motor development. Gross motor and fine motor development. Fine motor gross motor development means development of child big muscles which help the child to do big activities like running, walking, jumping, etc. And fine motor development means development of child small muscles which help the child to do small activity, which help the child to do fine activities like catching, painting, drawing, etc. This is about motor development. Motor development means development of child bones and muscles. Motor developments bring perfection in actions. If there is a motor development, then there will be perfection in his activity, perfection in his movement. Motor development, it is of two types, gross motor development and fine motor development. Gross motor development means development of child big muscles like muscles of the leg which help the child to do big activities like running, walking, jumping, etc. And fine motor development means development of child small muscles like muscles of the fingers which help the child to do fine activities like catching, painting, writing, etc. Factors affecting motor development. Factors affecting motor development. There are various factors which affect motor development like heredity. As a child gets genes from his parents, the motor development follow the same patterns of their child. If the parents are overweight, then the child, there is a chance that child is also overweight. And if the parents are lean and thin, then the child is also lean and thin. Okay, so heredity, it affects motor development of a child. Nutrition. If a child get proper nutrition, proper diet, then there will be the proper motor development in his body. Immunizations. If both child and mothers are immunized and vaccinated at a proper time, then there will be the proper motor development in his body. Environmental factors. Environmental factors also affect motor development. If for proper motor developments, the child should provide neat and clean environment, hygienic environment, etc. Psychological factors. Psychological factors, psychological feedback and motivation. If we motivate the child to participate in physical activities, then it's help in proper motor development. Because if a child participates in physical activities, there will be the proper development of his body. So if we motivate the child to participate in physical activities, then there will be the proper motor development in his body. Body weight. If the child is overweight, if he is obesity, overweight, then his motor development will be less as compared to the child who is normal, fit and healthy. Body weight and mental ability, motor development of child is less than adult. Genders also affect motor developments. Both boys and girls has different motor development. Disease and disability. If the child is fit and healthy, if he is not disabled, then his motor development will be good as compared to the child who is affected from disease or who is disabled. These are the some factors which affect motor development. Next is exercise guideline at different stages of motor development. What exercise the child should do at different stages of motor development. Exercise guideline at different stages of motor development. What exercise? Exercise guideline at different stages of motor development. What activities, what exercise should child do at different stages of motor development? There are various stages of motor development like babyhood stage, babyhood stage, that is from birth to 1 year. From birth to 1 year. At this stage, gross motor development take place. Okay. At this stage, gross motor development take place. Gross motor development. At babyhood stage, gross motor development take place. So the child is unable to control his movement, because at this stage, babyhood stage, only the gross motor development take place. Therefore, at this stage, the child should do the activities like crawling, rolling, walking, etc. This type of activities the child should do. And for proper motor development, the child should provide proper diet, clean and hygienic environment, proper immunizations, etc. Second stage, that is infancy stage, that is from 1 to 2 years. At this stage, gross motor development. At this stage, gross motor development take place. The child at this stage, infancy stage, it is all at this stage, gross motor development take place. Gross motor development means development of big muscles. Therefore, the child should do the activities like crawling, standing, walking, sitting, etc. And the child should provide proper diet, neat and healthy environment, proper vaccinations, and the parents should take proper care of the child. Early childhood stage. Early childhood early childhood stage, that is 3 to 6 years. At this stage, gross and fine motor. At this stage, early childhood stage, that is from 3 to 6 years. At this stage, gross motor development and fine motor development, that is big muscles as well as small muscles, development of big and small muscles take place. The child, therefore, at this stage, the child should do the activities like running, walking, jumping, climbing, kicking, etc. Later childhood stage, that is from 7 to 12. At this stage also, gross and fine motor development of a child take place. At this stage, the child should do the activities like running, jumping, gymnastics, swimming, playing football, volleyball, basketballs, etc. This type of, the child should participate in this type of activities for proper motor development. This stage also, both gross and fine motor development take place. Both small and big muscles take place. Next is adolescence. Adolescence, that is 13 to adolescence stage 13 to 19 years. At this stage, gross and fine motor development take place. It is this stage is a very delicate period, because due to unexperience in a child, at this stage the various changes in a child take place, like physical change, psychological change, mental change, emotional change. Therefore, this is a very challenging period for parents. Therefore, proper care should be taken. At this stage, the child has more energy. Therefore, the child should participate in heavy activities. He should participate in heavy workout. He should play boxing, football, basketball, etc. and etc. And we should also teach them how to control emotions, etc. This type of activities should participate. So these are the various stages. Exercise guideline. What type of exercise the child should do at different stages of growth and development. Exercise guideline at different stages. Different stages of growth and development. Different stages of growth and development. Here, student, first growth exercise guideline at different stages of growth and development. There are various stages of growth and development, that is babyhood stage, infancy, early childhood, later childhood, adolescence, adulthood, old age, etc. These are the various stages of growth and development. And here's growth. Growth means increase in size, weight, height, that is quantitative change which can be measured, like increase in weight, increase in height. These are the this is growth which can be measured. And development, it is a qualitative change, change in characters, change in functions which cannot be measured. This is a quantitative. Quantitative change, and this is a qualitative change. Growth, quantitative change which can be measured, increase in height, weight. Development, it is a qualitative change, change in quality, its characters, functions which cannot be measured. Posture. Posture means, posture, it is a specific body positions, means balancing the body in accurate and proper manners so as to produce least fatigue. If a person has good postures, then there will be the least fatigue. Postures may be static or dynamic. Static, like sitting, standing. Dynamic, like walking, running, jumping, etc. This is about the postures. Posture means specific body positions, position of the body. And good postures bring least fatigue to the body. If we have good postures, then there will be the least fatigue to the body, joint, etc. And postures, it may be static or dynamic. Advantage of good postures. Advantage of good posture. If we have good postures, then attractive personality, if we have good postures, then our personality will be good. We will look attractive, fit, healthy, and our personality will improve. Attractive personality, improve health status. Improve health status. If we have good personality, then we will remain fit and healthy. Therefore, our health status will be improved. The persons will remain fit and healthy. Psychological balance. Psychological balance. Psychology, it is related to study of human behaviors. Psychological balance. If a person has good postures, then he will able to control his mind, control his behavior. There will be the less stress, tension on his mind. If a person has good postures, less strain, less stress, tension. Good posture, it is a sign of less stress. If we have good postures, then we have less stress, tensions over the mind. Improve social status. If we have good postures, then our social status will be improved. Better better functioning of our, if we have good postures, then there will be the better functioning of our organs, because it's lead to less stress over the body, over our organs. Therefore they will functions efficiently. Improve appetite. If we have good postures, then it's hard to improve our appetite. It will cause less stress over the kidney. Our digestive systems will functions effectively. Reduce posture deformity. If we have good postures, then it's hard to reduce various posture deformities like kyphosis, lordosis, scoliosis, flat foot, etc. This type of postures deformity can be prevented if we have good posture. Reduce better skill perfection. If we have good postures, then there will be the perfections in our movement, perfection in our skill. If we have good posture, better selection for teachers, better selection of player. If the player have good postures, then we can easily select a good players, because if our players have good posture, then it means his skill will be good, his movement will be good. Therefore it is easy for coach to select a good players according by seeing his posture. Optimum physical efficiency. If a player has good postures, then his physical efficiency will be improved and good body balance. These are the some advantages of good postures. Okay, postures means it is a specific body positions. Means balancing the body in accurate and proper manners so as to produce least fatigue. And postures, it may be static or dynamic. What are the cause of bad postures? There are various causes of bad postures. It may be environmental factors, genetic factors, etc. Cause of bad posture. There are various causes of bad postures. It may be due to genetic factors, environmental factors, etc. And if we have bad postures, then the efficiency of the body will reduce, our health will affected. It leads to various posture deformities, etc. And the cause of bad postures, it may be due to heredity. That is from his parents to the child. Accident. Sometimes due to accident, it may leads to bad postures. Disease. If a person is affected from any disease, then it may leads to bad postures. Lack of nutritional diet. If the child is not provided proper diet, if there is lack of diet, then it may lead to bad postures. The child may be overweight, underweight, etc. if there is lack of nutritional diet. Wrong posture habit. Wrong posture. If a child has wrong postures habits while standing, walking, sitting, then he may have bad postures. Improper treatment. Improper treatment of injury. If there is improper treatment of injury, then it may lead to bad postures before healing of the injury. If the child play any game, sports, then it may lead to bad postures. Psychological status. Psychological stress. If a child takes stress, tensions, then it may lead to bad postures. Age factors. It is also the cause of bad postures, because as the age increase, the strength of the muscles reduce, which leads to bad postures. Weak eye. If the weak eyesight, if the person has weak eyesight, then it may lead to bad posture, because he has to bend forward, which may lead to bad postures. Bad shoes and clothes. Bad shoes. If you wear bad shoes, bad clothes, like tight clothes, etc., then it may lead to bad postures. Bad shoes, like if he wears shoes without arch, then it may lead to flat foot, etc. These are the some cause of bad posture. Next is posture deformity. Posture deformity. There are various posture deformity which affect the efficiency of the body. Posture deformity. Posture deformity. There are various posture deformities like kyphosis, lordosis, scoliosis, knock knee, bow leg, flat foot, etc. These are the posture deformities which affect our health, our efficiency of the body, etc. And there are various exercise asanas. With the help of exercise asanas, we can cure and prevent this type of posture deformity. Let's first discuss about knock knee. Knock knee. It is a posture deformity. Knock knee. It is a posture deformity in which the knee touch each other's. That is the knee. Okay, the knee of the knee. This is knee, and the knee of the person touch each others. There is no gap between the knees. This is known as knock knee. Knock knee. It is a conditions in which the knee touch each others, and there is a wide gap between the feet. The shape of the leg become, okay, this is a posture deformity in which the leg is bent outward. There is the knee touch each others, and there is a wide gap between the feet. And the cause of bad postures and the cause of knock knee may be due to deficiency of vitamin D, calcium, uh, weak leg, early walking during childhood, etc. And it can be prevented by doing various exercise and yoga like Vriksasan, Padmasan, pillar exercise, keeping pillar in between the knees, and inward, outward walking, etc. These are the some exercise which helps to prevent knock knee.